Hello, this is Patrick from XPression, and I want to show you a new feature of XPression 6.1, User Input Controls. What you see on my viewport here is a scene that's the lower third, and this one in particular is for my on-screen talent, my anchors, my reporters, whatever the case may be. It has two text fields in here where it says Ross News 2015, that would be where the name goes, and where the X's go would be where their bottom line, their drop line, their job title would appear. Well, in this template I have two text objects, top line and bottom line. Well, I'm going to come over on top line and I'm going to choose from the object inspector data source. And you notice there's a new function in here, a checkbox called Enable User Input Controls, and I have choices of list box, combo box, radio buttons, and checkboxes. Well, I'm going to do a list box in this example. I'm going to choose list box, and I'm also going to have the checkbox below that allow custom values. To the right, I have the ability to do a static list, a global list, or data link. And again, a static list is a simple list, usually a couple of items. No, you probably no more than 4 or 5 items. That's part of the particular scene, and it travels with the scene. And the more items you have in here, the smarter you are to move it to something else. For example, like a global list. A global list is part of the entire project, and it's available to use across all the scenes in the project. And data link is exactly that. It's the ability to access data link tools. I'm going to do this one as a global list, and I'm going to go ahead and edit global list because I don't have one yet. I'm going to create a new one by clicking the little plus sign up here. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to rename that list. I'm going to call it talent. Now I'm going to look at this, and my items here have the header column, and it's right now it's labeled description. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to rename the column, and I'm going to call it top line with the same punctuation and capitalization, so this matches this. I'm also going to come and right click on there, and I'm going to add a column, and that column is going to be called bottom line, which is the same name and punctuation and capitalization as my second text object. So you can see this and this match. Now I'm going to add an item. I'm going to put in my name, and for the bottom line I'm going to put in Ross Video News. I'm going to add another list, clicking on the plus sign. I'm going to put in Brian Olson, and I'm going to make Brian be the Ross Video Movie Critic. And I'm going to do one more. I can right click on this also to add a row. I'm going to put in Andrew Sampson, and he will be the Ross Video Traffic Reporter. Now, you've seen that I've put that together, and that's great, but I just need to apply this now. So if I cut down to global list, I'm going to choose talent. Now, watch what happens when I come over to the sequencer and I put that same template into my project list, and there it is. Now you can see that I've got a list box, and as I choose, for example, Patrick Toomey, you can see that the bottom line also fills in. If I choose Brian Olson, you can see that it fills in. If I choose Andrew Sampson, it fills in. And right now that's a list box. I'm going to go back over to my template, and I'm going to change that data source from a list box to a combo box, and you'll see what happens. So now I have a pull down option, so I can change that in my list. And I have the ability to go and enter new text in here, and that's because let me show you. When I built this particular scene, I left one function in here under data source, which is allow custom values. Now I'm going to change this one more time. I'm going to change this one to radio buttons, and you see how this works. So now what I'll have is a choice of 3 different options. So if I click on the radio button for Patrick or Brian or Andrew, I have those particular options. They're hard and fast, and this is great for talent because this pretty much guarantees I won't misspell the name of my on-air talent, and it also means I have one scene or template in the newsroom system rather than a bunch. Let's take a look and see how this appears inside the XPression Moss plugin. So let's go ahead and select that template. It's talent lower third, and you'll see that it will appear inside the Moss plugin. I'm going to go ahead and choose the top line drop-down, and you can see I can now change that information. And you sit there and think, well, that's cute, but what I've done here is I've limited the opportunity for the journalist to choose the wrong template because there's really one template for talent now. I've also given you the opportunity, let's look at this a different way. If I have a newsroom and I've decided what I want all my bump information to be, for example, this is if I roll this back, this is just a live switcher wipe that we can put in and run through Expression where the text is built into it. Maybe I want to change that. So instead of it saying live, maybe I want to have it say breaking news. So now I can do that instead, and you can see it's breaking news. What this allows me to do, it allows me to decide for my particular broadcast, my station, however I want to frame this, I can put together the list of acceptable terms that I want in that box, and this way it limits what the journalist can put in to what's already been decided is acceptable by the newsroom management. Just another way to do it, and again, this is user input controls.